David Drapella again. I'm back to you. Well, in the last video we talked about altcoins, and I specifically gave you 5 coins that I had researched, and I would ask that if you're interested in making a little money, maybe you could research these and for your own self. And I reminded you that if you're in the United States, you can use Coinbase. And if you're outside of the United States, Binance is probably the largest platform. And remember, I'm trying to be really basic here so that people who are not Wizards of Oz can understand this. How is it possible to make some money with this technology without being a super guru blockchain technology? So I'm keeping it as simple as I can. Now, these 5 coins that I give you, if you will research them, make your own decisions. You can, Coinbase sets up an account. You can go to coinbase.com, set it up. And let's talk about why you would do something like that other than just make them. Why do I think that the cryptos are going to explode? Okay. So they're going to explode because over this last year and a half, when the crypto market has been very quiet, the big financial institutions in the world, not just in the United States, have been going to blockchain technology without y'all, most of us, not even knowing it. July the 26th of this year, just a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, there was a program that got instituted here in the United States, but it will affect the whole world. This program is called the FedNow program. The FedNow program, the way that money has been transferred all of our lives has been through wires. We have to go down to the bank and we have to make a wire out and we pay $45. Or if you're shipping money overseas, you're using what's called the SWIFT. The SWIFT is an international movement of money that has been around for many years, and it's getting ready to go into the toilet too because of the new technology. Today, basically, the FedNow program was a program that has been set up with 110 banks here in the United States and some of the credit unions. And they are using blockchain technology for the first time and not going through an antiquated system of taking 3 days or 4 days for the money to show up in the next account overseas or somewhere. This is a huge change that is so quiet, most people don't know anything about it. This is what we call peer-to-peer. The moment the bank punches a button using blockchain technology, the bank that it's going to has immediate access. There's no waiting. It's immediate, within seconds. So very quietly, this has been done. Now, when you take these banks that are getting into this blockchain technology that I'm telling you about, this is huge, and it's going to cause a huge flow. This ocean in the back here is going to have some big waves coming over it because they're getting ready to come in. Every 4 years, Bitcoin has what we call a halving. And that means there are only going to be 21 million Bitcoin made. And 19 million of those have already been made. So there's a limited supply of Bitcoin that's available. Now, what's going to happen is probably 8% of the world, or no more than 9% of the world, uses crypto or have been using crypto. But once the government starts using it, then you're going to have to use it whether you like it or not, because they are going to move into what they call CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency. And that's a whole nother area that we'll go into on another slide. But the FedNow program, all I'm trying to do is impress on you that the major financial institutions in the world are setting up on blockchain technology. Don't get left behind, because this technology will leave you behind. Now, the big thing that's going to be happening to make this, what I believe will make this huge move in cryptos, are two things. One is we have the halving. Halving means every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin gets cut in half that they can make. So on April 24th or somewhere in there of next year, we have the 4-year halving. So the amount of Bitcoin you can make is reduced by 50%. All the halvings before have been huge moves to the upside with people. But the amount of people that were using that before was very limited. Now, with every major financial institution in the world coming aboard, this next halving is going to be huge. One of the things that's going to press this Bitcoin market up right now, basically institutions and banks, these people cannot buy Bitcoin. It's not a tier 1 asset or a tier 2 or a tier 3. It's just an asset that's sitting out there, and basically the pension funds and the banks, they can't buy it right now. So what's been happening over this last year is we've had companies like Fidelity. Fidelity manages about $1 trillion, over $1 trillion. And what Fidelity and about 5 or 6 others have been trying to do is to make Bitcoin into an ETF, an electronic traded fund. The moment you would make Bitcoin into an electronic traded fund, it would become a security. Well, what does that mean? Well, here's what that means. The moment it becomes a security, and remember that we only have 19 million out there right now, a little over 19 million. The moment it becomes a security, Every financial institution in the world can buy it because it is now a U.S. security. Now, when you think of the world and 19 million, that's not a lot. The big company called BlackRock, which is the largest, I think the largest money manager in the world. They manage somewhere around 11 or $12 trillion. They have bought part of Coinbase. Now, why do you think that is? Why would the president think why would he buy part of Coinbase, a Bitcoin platform, a crypto platform? Do you really have to go to school to figure that out? If you do, you need to turn the deal off and not listen to me, because this is basic stuff. So here's the biggest money manager in the world with 11 or 12 trillion dollars buying. Now what they do, they go to the Security and Exchange Commission and ask for an ETF. Everybody else has been turned down. But now BlackRock shows up. These are tough guys. These are tough guys. And BlackRock, it is my opinion that BlackRock will get an ETF. And the moment they acquire an ETF, then Fidelity, with the $1 trillion sitting there and already have their application ready to go before the SEC, if BlackRock gets it, Fidelity will get it. And there are 5 or 6 others that are going to come right behind. Now, there's only 19 million of these out there. And if you open them up to the world, let me give you an idea. If BlackRock took 1% of what they had and put it into Bitcoin, it would force Bitcoin up of $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $800,000 overnight. So now this whole world is opening up, and I want you all to be aware of it so that you can profit by what's happening. Whether you like what's happening or not, whether you like BlackRock or you despise them, it doesn't matter. You know, if I'm thirsty and I want to drink and I see a water truck, I'm going to hook up to it. Make sure when they spill a little water out, I'm going to be able to drink some. So this is the way you learn this stuff. And for now, that's the reason I think that you should think about blockchain technology. These 5 coins that I've given you, they're just fine. There's another 20,000. Do your own work, or you can write me and I'm happy to share other coins with you of what I believe. No financial advice, just a dumb old man here talking to you. So for now, I'm going to sign off. And my name still is David Rappel. And I hope you come back and see the next video. It'll be exciting. I got some stuff for you. You never know what I'm going to have. Bye.